Hey there, welcome back to Melly Loves Death Metal. New collection update today. Tried to make it all underground death metal and failed miserably at it because I do not have enough stuff coming in lately that is underground death metal. So there's a mixture of things in here today. Tried. I do have several things coming. Just most of it's pre-orders. Some of it just hasn't shipped yet. It's been a while. I should probably message them and be like, hey, what's going on? Because they're not delayed. Yeah, so eventually the underground death metal collection updates will be more frequent, but for now, just waiting on several things. And I haven't really sat down and listened on Bandcamp lately, which is what I generally do. I just open up Bandcamp, usually on my nights of decompressing, and I just scroll it for hours and listen to things and buy things. I haven't done that in a while, so I think when I start getting back into that, you'll start to see all the crazy underground death metal popping up again. So we'll get there. But for now, I am doing hole filling in my collection, and I've got 6 CDs to show off, and then several vinyl to show off that I finally got in that I've been waiting on a while for. So, except for one I've had for a while, I just forgot to show it off. So we'll go ahead and get started. This first band needs absolutely no introduction. These are all the CDs of this band. I decided to snag the whole collection, their whole discography. So I've got most of it here today and several other things that are still coming from another distro that I ordered through. So, but Relapse, they just have amazing prices for their CDs. So I went over there and I bought everything that they had available. And then there was a couple that were sold out when I bought these, and then now they're back in stock. So of course I went and bought the others on Discogs because I couldn't find them anywhere else. So, and now they have them back in stock again. So I'm just waiting on those. But yeah, all right. So Pig Destroyer, you guys know who Pig Destroyer is. Amazing grindcore band from Virginia. Iconic grindcore band, has been around since the 80s. No, not the 80s. I'm thinking of Napalm Death. The late 90s, I would say. I've been really into grindcore lately and just trying to buy as much as I can because I've been very behind in that genre. So Napalm was my start of getting, back discography albums. I have several CDs that I got in this week that I'll probably show off in another collection update. But Pig Destroyer is another band that I'm trying to get. I got several other things coming, so it's gonna be a lot of grindcore coming up on these collection updates. So yeah, I got almost all the Pig Destroyer albums. So we'll start off with the first one, Prowler in the Yards. This is actually their second release. Came out in 2001. I am missing Explosion in Ward 6. That's coming. I did order it once I found it. So the thing that happened, and Relapse packaged these really well. So I don't know. I'm assuming this is how they got them from the manufacturer. But every single one of my CDs, the teeth on these things are broken, and so the CDs just fall right out when you open the case if you're not careful. So I'm not gonna show off all the books and stuff because there are a lot of CDs. But yeah, Prowler in the Yard. I was gonna go in depth and talk about all of these albums today, but then I decided, you know what, Pig Destroyer is worthy of a discography ranking video, so I have it recorded. I just need to edit it, as well as Carcass and Cattle Decapitation and Autopsy. I've been doing a lot of recording. I just need to edit and get these damn things up. It takes a while. So those will be coming. Those are my ranking discography videos that are coming. I believe Autopsy is the one that you guys voted on first, so that I'm hoping will be up tomorrow. I'm hoping I can get that edited today. So Prowler in the Yard, I love that album. And then the next one I got was Terrifier. This was their third full length, 2004. This one it ranks high up there for me. This is the first time I ever heard Pig Destroyer, so there's a little bit of a bias there when it comes to this album. And yes, it was because of the titties. I can't even lie. See? The fucking CD just fell out. And it went all the way underneath my desk. So we will get that when I'm done recording this. So yeah, Terrifier. Wow, after I just said I'm not going to do this because all the CDs fall out. Fucking idiot. All right, anyway. That's the next one I got. Of course, there's my dog shaking. This is a great video. It's a great shit show video today. Next is Phantom Limb 2007. Another great album. I'm not opening this because I can feel the CD jiggling around. I need to get some new cases for those. And then the next one, Book Burner 2012. This one, I will admit, I had never heard this one. And when I bought all these, I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I know that album. So this is the one that I had to go and listen to before I did my ranking discography and see how I felt, which is interesting because I'm very familiar with those other 3 that I've showed off. This one was another one that I wasn't too familiar with. This is their latest release, Head Cage. This came out in 2018, so they are due. And admittedly, I'm a little bit annoyed because I thought this was going to be a jewel case to match the rest of them. But it's not. It's a digibook. And I don't like these things, or digipack, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't like these things. However, this one is nice, I will admit. It is a lot better than the crappy earache ones that they've put out, the reissues that they've put out recently. This one is much like a vinyl record, I would say, in regards to the format. It comes with a booklet, which is nice. And then it's like a gatefold vinyl. That's what I'm trying to get at here. And then the CD is in its own little like sleeve. So that's nice. So this is a nice quality digipack. But I kind of was annoyed that I thought it was going to be a jewel case, but whatever. I'm OCD about that stuff. So also in terms of the size proportions, as you can see there, it is fairly taller. So I'm hoping this fits on my shelf, which I'm going to be real annoyed if it doesn't, because I have a lot of CDs that are like this, where the digibook is somehow, it's taller and it just doesn't fit on my shelf. So, and then I have to do all this makeshift stuff to make them fit. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent. So Head Cage is their latest release, and then I did pick up one EP that recently came out, Octagonal Stairway. This is incredible. I love this band, just has gotten better over time. This is the only CD that doesn't have broken teeth, but it still also doesn't sit in there very well. But it did not come flying out like Terrifier just did after I literally just said, like, I'm going to be careful. So yeah, those are all my Pig Destroyer CDs that I got. Like I said, I have several others. I think I ordered a couple other EPs that they have out. Their first full length, and then I will have that collection checked off. But a solid band, just iconic, man. They're incredible. All right, so let's move on to the vinyl. I do have one, well, technically, I guess, two underground death metal bands that you may not be too familiar with. So first up is Slimelord with Moss Contamination. This was a split release with Dry Cough Records and Sewer Rot Records. I believe this is the first Sewer Rot Records vinyl that they've ever pressed. So this has been on pre-order for a very long time. I think I ordered this over the summer. Was it the summer? Like July? So this is another one that took quite a bit to get here due to vinyl delays. It's beautiful. It sounds great. And if you're not familiar with Slimelord, they are a death doom band out of the UK. This is their second EP. They came out with another EP a couple of years ago called the Delta Death Sirens. It's very, very good. I think I showed it off on here as well. That is actually still available on Dry Cough Records. They have good shipping prices to the US, so if you're looking for it, head over to them and get it. But this is great. A great follow-up EP. This band is phenomenal. Very, very good death doom. Just amazing guitar riffs in here. And this is a really nice pressing. So again, I had forgotten I ordered this, to be honest with you. I actually forgot that I ordered the vinyl. I thought that maybe I had gotten the tape or the CD. But I went with the vinyl this time around. And probably because of the color. I really enjoyed the color. It turned out really well. It sounds great. I spun it this morning. But yeah, I got this in my P.O. box yesterday, and I was like, what did I get? What is this? Like, because I wasn't expecting any new vinyl to come in yesterday. I track all of my shipments on the post office's like informed delivery site, and since I have a P.O. box, everything automatically gets put into that site. I don't have to add anything. It's really nice. And I kept thinking, like, what is coming from California? I don't think I ordered any vinyl from California, and it was this. So it's a nice little surprise. So this is really good. If you're looking for this vinyl, it is also still available on Bandcamp, and I believe Dry Cough still has it on their website. Dry Cough Bandcamp has them. It said there was 8 left this morning when I looked, so run, because I'm sure they'll start to sell out when they start to see people start to show this off more. I'm starting to see it pop up on Instagram quite a bit now. So if you're looking for it, it's still available. I'm not sure about CDs and tapes. I don't know about that. I think Sewer Rot's completely sold out of all those formats. So, phenomenal death doom band. I absolutely, definitely one of the best up and coming death doom bands out there. Hands down. Stamp of approval. The stuff that they put out is phenomenal. So their last EP was great. So I'm excited for a full length and to see what goes on with this band. They were also in Decibel magazine for that. Decibel premiered that too. So it's been out for a while, but it's nice to finally have the vinyl in the collection. So next is a hole filler. This is the only vinyl that I didn't have in my collection, and they finally repressed it. So at the time of purchasing all the other vinyl, this one wasn't available, and it was selling for stupid prices on Discogs. So I was like, well, I'll wait because it's not my favorite of their album, and I'm not going to spend $70 for this record. So Earache finally repressed it, and I snagged it on a Bandcamp Friday. Carcass Swan Song. Do I really need to explain what this is? Probably not. Again, I won't go into the insane amount of details of my feelings on this record because I will talk about it in the ranking discography video. But if you choose not to watch those videos, I will say this is a highly underrated album in my opinion. It's not my favorite Carcass album, but it is one that I have pulled off my CD shelf. I pulled off my CD shelf frequently in the last several months and have listened to, and it has grown on me quite a bit. When it first came out, when I first heard it, I was not a fan of this album at all, but my older ears has an appreciation for this, so I'm glad that I finally have it on vinyl. It's just plain black. I'm not going to pull it out. It is an Earache reissue. I don't think there's even an inner sheet. It literally just is a vinyl. So the Earache reissues are not the best, but it was cheap. I literally spent like $19 on it. I think there was some sort of a Bandcamp sale going on. So in total with this and then the shipping cost, I also ordered a couple of other things. Like it was just worth it to just snag it and put it into the order. So finally have all the Carcass albums on vinyl. And if you're wondering, why are you getting all the Carcass vinyls on album if you already have them on CD? Because it's one of my favorite bands and that's what I do. I'm a weirdo like that. I like to get full discographies of my favorite bands, and I just like vinyl. I don't know. Yeah, I have them all on CD, but I really, really wanted the vinyl, and so I just finally pulled the trigger and did it. So next is another hole filler and another record that I do not need to talk about whatsoever, and this is another one of my all-time favorite bands. So this is Opeth. You guys know what this is, right? Do I really need to tell you what this album is? All right, fine. Well, it's Morning Rise. So Opeth, as you guys know, iconic progressive death metal band. Started out fairly death metal. They're much more progressive rock now. This was a Record Store Day release from back last year. I do not participate in Record Store. It has nothing to do with the corporate bullshit and all this other stuff that people are so passionate bitching about every time Record Store Day even comes up. It's just that I don't have a lot of record stores in my area. I have about 2 or 3 that I go to regularly, and they don't have the biggest death metal sections. So when Record Store Day comes, if you don't necessarily tell them what to get or try to get, they just go and they get the big name pop artists and the popular releases that they know will sell. So that was the case for this. I don't think that they were even able to get this into their store. But I really do love all the Opeth albums. There is not a single album that I don't like, including their newest ones. I do love that Opeth is very progressive metal now, that they're not as death metal as they used to be. A lot of people really hate that. I am not that fan. I'm the fan that has loved the transitions that they've worked into. I think their newer albums are just fantastic and beautiful. I don't get bored with them. And admittedly, I stopped for a while there buying every new pre-order that was coming several years ago. So unfortunately that screwed me with the Opeth discography. So this was one of my favorite albums, and I've always wanted it on vinyl, and the sale of it, the pricing of it was awful, which is now I'm running into with Damnation and Deliverance. Those are the other 2 albums that I'm trying to get, and I can't because the pricing is just awful. So if anybody wants to sell me your copies for a decent price, let me know. So anyway, this popped up on my Discogs being available, like my item want list as being available, and I think it was Vinyl Altar. So I'm guessing with the way the sleeve is, it was Vinyl Altar. Anyway, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's an amazing price. I'm buying that. I think it was $28, and it's like brand new. It's never been spun. So the Record Store Day release, it's a really nice gatefold. I will show off the color vinyl for you junkies out there. Just simply phenomenal album. It's 2 vinyl. I'll show you one. It's like this turquoise, like sea blue, which of course you can't really see on the camera. So this is the only color vinyl that I have of Opeth. Every other album that I have of theirs is black. I've never really cared about that, but this is, it just, like I said, it became available, so I grabbed it because, again, this is one of those albums that was really pricey. So there is a record store day release coming up in a couple weeks, I think 2 weeks now. And there is another Opeth album that's going to be released. This was released on Candlelight and Spine Farm Records. So Candlelight makes nice pressings. And I can't remember what was the record store day release that they're doing this year. Let me just look really quick. Is it My Arms Your Hearse? Is that what it was? Yep, My Arms Your Hearse. That's what's releasing in 2 weeks for record store day. I did put in a request to my record store that I'm familiar with, that I live close by, that I absolutely love. They have a great jazz, blues, classic rock section. Like, some of the stuff they get in that store is amazing. It's just the metal is very small. And said, hey, if you can try and get this in, please do, because I will come and buy this. This is the first time I'm participating in record store day, and it's only because it's an Opeth release. So I'm hoping they get it. Looks like there's only going to be 1,500 pressed. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So that one popped up, and I was super pumped about that because I just love that band. Next up, and I'm realizing I'm getting into 60 minutes now. Yeah, I don't want to make this too much longer because rendering and editing the videos takes forever then. The new Allegaeon, Damnum, I don't know what the fuck, how the hell you pronounce that, album that came out through Metal Blade, and the Night Shift did a special pressing of it. I've had this for several weeks since it's come out. This is an amazing album. I think this band is fantastic. Another phenomenal progressive death metal band. A lot of more clean vocals in this record, but I absolutely love it. I think this is a great follow-up to Apoptosis that came out in 2019. This band just is incredible. They're from the U.S. I don't know the exact state that they're from. I can't remember right now. But it's a nice gatefold. It has, does it have an inner sheet? I don't think it does. Yeah, it does. It has an inner sheet. It's just lyrics and stuff like that. No cool pictures, and of course it's not going to go in. And then this is a double LP, and I got the Infernal color. There was another color variant that was gold and like orange, but I got the Infernal. I thought it looked cooler. So yeah, this was the one that was, this was not a delayed release, so that was nice. This just came out a couple months ago. I think it was February that this came out in. And I'm finally getting around to spinning this and getting familiarized with it, and it's a great album. So if you know Allegaeon, they're a fun band. They're very technical in terms of their guitar playing. Michael Stansel and Greg are just phenomenal guitarists. Their bassist and their drummer are phenomenal. They're all very, very talented musicians, and they write very intricate music, and that's what I absolutely love about this band. On top of that, they're a bunch of pranksters, so they make really funny music videos and stuff like that. So they're just a really fun band. They're incredible live. If you can ever see Allegaeon live, do it, because they're so good. I love all their albums. Riley is a newer vocalist on this band. I think he came in like 2 or 3 records ago, and they have several other records out too. I only own 2 of their records, and that's Apoptosis and this one, so I need to get working on their other ones. But I love all their albums. I think they're great, and this is a really good album. They just continue to get better. So if you haven't heard it yet, check it out. I feel like this band doesn't get enough praise. They definitely deserve it more. So, all right, the final like death metal album that I have to show is one that I premiered on this channel. I didn't premiere this album. I premiered this band. This is Weeping with Ethereal Suffering. Oh, what the hell was the whole thing? Ethereal Suffering in the Light of God. This came out on Frozen Screams and Night Shift merch last year, and was severely delayed. So this was like a 9-month pre-order that it took me to get. Finally got it in. And they have a new EP out now, so if you haven't heard my latest video, I released this last week, go over there and check out the new EP, go buy it. It's on Frozen Screams and barbaric brutality. So I got the red edition. There is another edition that's like a marble black, red black, and that looks awesome. But this side, I just think it looks so awesome. Like, I'm not a big fan of buying EPs on vinyl like that. Moss Contamination's an EP. And when they, I don't know, just the price of it I can never justify it. So I try to just get it on CD or cassette. But I could not pass this up. It just looked awesome. And red vinyl is my favorite color. So I had to get it. So from Weeping, this is some pure homicidal death metal, and it's very different, and that's why I really love it. Awesome EP. Their newest EP is excellent, so you should definitely check it out. Like I said, I posted it last week. Fantastic band. They're out of New Jersey. Great stuff. They definitely have got a little bit of a hardcore, grindcore touch in there, but it's pure homicidal death metal. Like, it is very powerful death metal. So finally, the last thing that I'm going to show off is, and I'll just caution this and I'll do a trigger warning. If you are not a fan of Tool, and if you have nothing but things to just say and shit on them, and it's a trigger and it just makes you want to lose your goddamn mind, just click stop, scroll past now, because I'm showing off a Tool vinyl. And I've learned that for whatever reason, people just lose their fucking minds whenever people bring up Tool. It's like, it's so divisive. It's like, yeah, they love Tool, they absolutely hate Tool, they're just kind of in the middle people I generally talk more with. But there's always that one person that comes in who's like, oh, dude, they hate their fan. Like, I've heard it all. So just, again, trigger warning. I'm showing off a Tool vinyl. Fuck off if you don't like it. Because I know there's going to be like 2 or 3 people that comment and be like, I can't stand Tool. They hate their fans. Fucking sellouts. Blah, blah, blah. It's my favorite band, so I don't fucking care. End of story. Anyway, yes, I did buy it. I bought the Fear Inoculum 5 LP box set. It finally came yesterday. This has been the one thing that I have been wanting for 2 years now. Tool does not press their albums on vinyl as much as they should. Enema desperately needs a repress. Talent 10,000 Days needs a pressing. They don't have an official pressing. I have a bootleg of it. I fucking bought it. I don't care. And then Fear Inoculum was another one that didn't have an official pressing, and then finally they announced it, and of course it was a fucking box set. The first one they announced was signed by the band and only being sold on tour. It was for $800, which I was not going to get that, no matter what, even if I was able to. I had no intentions of getting it. But then they shortly after announced a worldwide release for just a normal price, which normal price was $160, which, I get it. People are like, what the hell? Tool hates their fans. I just want the normal vinyl record for $20-$30. Like, why do I have to spend? I get it. But I'm a super fan. Alex Grey is one of my favorite artists. I absolutely love his work. I've gone to his Chapel of Sacred Mirrors out in New York when I lived out there. I love him to the point of where I'm probably going to get his artwork tattooed on me. And this is not just the vinyl record. This is a piece of artwork. So to me, that cost was worth it. But I understand for the people that are not those crazy fans, or not those fans that, like, I get it. So I do hope that they do press normal record versions. I'm hoping they do, but I doubt they will. So yeah, it is this big book of 5 vinyls in there, and each vinyl has an etching on the side of Alex Grey's artwork from the album. This thing is massive. It is huge. It is very heavy, and it has some incredible artwork. The quality is insane. It has the lyrics and all the images, and then all 5 of the vinyls. There has been talk of this album is meant to be listened to, like, oh god, it's just so beautiful. Like, look at that. So again, this is a piece of artwork. Like, this is why I justified the cost to get it. I do have the bootleg version of this. Again, they need to press their shit, all right? But this was worth it to me. So I got it, and I'm happy, and I'm seeing it for resale for stupid amounts of money, and I hope people don't buy those, because there are some available still. I got this from, what from a record shop out in New York that a friend sent my way and said, hey, if you don't want to buy it off Amazon, which I'm pretty sure was the only place it was being sold on, support a local shop, wait a little bit longer to get it. So I did. So yeah, there's the etchings on each side, and then it's just plain black vinyl. So again, some people were bitching that it wasn't colored vinyl, which I never would have expected Tool to press a color vinyl version of their records. They just don't seem like that band that would cater to those vinyl nerds. So yeah, I'm not going to show you all 5 of them because we're going on 25 minutes now. There's plenty of other unboxing videos on YouTube. There's so many other pictures and stuff like that that you can see what it looks like. But I finally got this. I have not spun it yet. I got it yesterday, which has made me want to record this video today. So I fully plan to sit and listen today. But it is easily my most cherished vinyl in my collection. What I was going to say a few minutes ago was this record is very much meant to listen in sequence because it has transitional songs in between, and vinyl is broken up into 5 different LPs, and that's a lot of getting up and blah, blah, blah. I get it. I totally get it. I understand that. But for me, I am so familiar with the album that I am able to just skip around and listen to the songs I absolutely love. It's not an album that I necessarily have to listen to in full in its entirety. So that didn't really bother me. And I do love this album. I do. A lot of people were bitching because it's not anything like Enema. They've gone to this progression that they don't like since Enema, and like, whatever, dude. Bands do that, and I love their albums. So again, I've heard it all. I have heard all the negativity. Trust me. For whatever reason, whenever people find out that Duel is my favorite band, the first thing that they're like, they want to do is like, I'm going to bury this bitch because Tool, I hate them. And I don't understand people like that. Like, who fucking cares? Just don't listen to them. Nobody's telling you to listen to them. Nobody's putting a gun to your head saying you have to buy this LP. Nobody is. Just move on with your life. You know what band I really can't stand? Megadeth. And you know what? People are probably crying right now. But I'm not going to make a whole video about why I don't like Megadeth. I'm also not going to go on a huge tirade and say, fuck that band. I won't do it. Unless there's some pieces of shit that murder people and deserve to be shit on. Like other bands that I can list out. But otherwise, people, you guys really need to just pop some Xanny, drink some beer, and just chill out. Have some fun, you know? Enjoy life, masturbate, do something. I don't know, you fucking people. So anyway, I deleted several hate comments off my Instagram post yesterday because there were some people that are like, oh my god, of course you got it. Like, Jesus Christ. Settle down. It's my money. I'll fucking pay with what I want. I don't understand those people at all. I do not. And now I'm just ranting because, as you can tell, it really touched a nerve. So anyway, that's all that I have today. Tomorrow, probably going to premiere another new EP to listen to, so be on the lookout. It's another fantastic band. I really love their music. And then next week, I'm hoping to get all those discography rankings up. I'll try to get one up tomorrow. I'm going to do my best. So that's all, guys. Thank you for all the support. And like I said, go check out my other 3 videos that I posted. Alec, Weeping, and then a new one came up yesterday. Puke Wraith, go check them out. So good. Like those bands, follow them, give them the listens that they deserve. See you guys.